People often say that the way to learn a language is just watch a TV show and eventually you'll pick it up. But if you try this, you know it doesn't work. You could watch hours upon hours of that Mandarin TV show and probably die of boredom before you've even finished the first season. Pausing after every sentence, translating words I don't know, and feeling exhausted and bored after only watching a show for 20 minutes. But then I realized we've been doing it all wrong and found better methods and tools that will actually help us learn languages with Netflix. So one of the problems I discovered is that people are still watching TV shows using subtitles in their native language with the hope that you're somehow going to passively listen and pick up the language. Research has shown this provides little to no benefit at all. Now, if you don't believe me, I can tell you that I've watched an entire season of Squid Game and I didn't pick up a single word of Korean. This is because your brain will use the most direct method of understanding, which in this case is the subtitles in your native language. So your brain is going to ignore everything else, including the words they're saying. But what's the alternative? Using subtitles in the language you're trying to learn? Isn't that how you get bored? Well, what if there was a way to have both set of subtitles? There is an amazing free Chrome extension called Language Reactor. Just download it and boom, now your Netflix can show both sets of subtitles. But before you run off and go download it, even with dual subtitles, you're still going to run into the same problem. I'm going to show you exactly what settings you should be using to get the most out of Language Reactor. Once you found a show that you like the look of, despite what I told you before, you're going to watch the first episode in your own native language subtitles. If you find the show boring in a language that you understand, what makes you think you're going to enjoy the show in a language you don't understand? Too many times I thought I was bored of studying Chinese, whereas in reality, I just didn't enjoy the show. The most important aspect of any language learning method is that you enjoy it. So if you watch a show and you feel like it's getting boring, skip it. Try another show and just keep going until you find a show that you enjoy. Most language learners give up because they're forcing themselves to watch or read stuff that they don't actually enjoy. But what if you're struggling to find TV shows that speak the language of the language that you want to learn? Netflix actually has a secret option. Search Netflix audio in Google, click on the first link and you'll get a secret drop-down menu where you can filter by audio. Since I'm in Taiwan, I can filter by English, Mandarin and Cantonese. But what if I want to filter by Spanish? I don't have that option. And this is where a VPN comes in. I use Surfshark VPN to virtually change my location to anywhere in the world. If I move to Spain, I can now filter by Spanish audio. But not only that, different Netflixers in different countries actually offer completely different shows. In Taiwan, I only have a handful of German shows to pick from, so I'm not guaranteed to find one that I like. But if I use Surfshark to move to Germany, suddenly I have all these shows and opportunities and I'm bound to find one that I'd like. Also in Taiwan, I can't watch The Office, which is a hilarious American TV show, and it's great if you're learning English. In fact, this show isn't even available in American Netflix. So in one click, I moved to London and now I can watch all 9 seasons. So with my code JamesWong, it will literally cost you just over $2 a month to have a subscription with Surfshark VPN. And even better, you're actually allowed to share your VPN with your friends and your family and have it on unlimited devices. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have absolutely no risk. So check out the link in the description and use code JamesWong to get my special price. So now you've found the TV show that you're interested in, I'm going to show you the best setting to use in Language Reactor and when to use them to get the most efficient learning experience. First, choose your native language, click here and here to close the windows and maximize your viewing experience. Click this cog and make sure you've got the subtitles set to the language you're learning and the translation language to your native language. Then, under Hide Subtitles, choose Hide Translation. Hit close and watch the show. Now, here's the cool thing you can do. Watch the show as normal, and when you see something you don't understand, press W and it'll pause. Hover your mouse over the word you don't understand and it'll give you a translation of the word. Click it and it will say the word for you and give you example sentences.
Reasonable.
So now that you know the word, maybe you want to re-listen to just that sentence. Press S and it'll repeat that sentence. Keep pressing it and it'll repeat over and over until you're happy with the sentence. You can also press A to go back one sentence and D to go forward one sentence. But what happens if you still don't understand the sentence despite checking all the words? Just hover your mouse over the blurry subtitle underneath and it'll reveal the sentence in your own language. If you really want to study hard, you can click the auto pause button right here. This means that Netflix will pause for you automatically after every single sentence, allowing you time to process and understand each part. I only recommend studying like this for like an hour a day because it can be super intense and tiring. In fact, if you find yourself often pausing and checking, the show is probably too hard for you and you should probably pick something else. You mainly just want to be enjoying TV shows that you're watching. So just learn passively, check words here and there if you really need to. If you're feeling super tired, I think it's absolutely fine to have a cheat day and have both subtitles on and just letting the language wash over you. You're definitely not going to be learning as much, but it's better than nothing, and it's even better than giving up and not watching it at all. But if you're feeling unmotivated to learn a language, then watching Netflix isn't going to be of any help. And that's why you have to watch this video right here if you're thinking about giving up learning a language. And I promise you, after watching it, you'll feel 10 times more motivated to study than you do right now.